My Hero Academia, Heroes Rising. So, My Hero Academia is a very popular shonen anime that's currently airing, and this is a film which is not canon to the story, so it's one of those well, I would say a side story than a standalone story. So it has some canon elements, but it's not canon to the overall story of My Hero Academia. And the other film was called My Hero Academia 2 Heroes, which, now that I think about it, probably this one should be called 2 Heroes because the main focus was on 2 heroes. But I guess it's called Heroes Rising because the students have to rise. But yeah, we got a movie. The plot of this film is that our favorite lovable cast of characters, Class 1A, is on an island to do some hero training because of the uprising of villains, and they have to learn how to be stronger, etc, etc. So they're on this island to replace a hero that's retired, and they're doing the hero work for the people of the island. Suddenly, a villain wants to come and kidnap a child that will help him become stronger, and the heroes have to protect the children and the people on the island, so the villagers, and that's how we get this movie. I am a huge My Hero Academia fan. You can tell by the shirt here. I got Best Boy Deku, and I was really excited for this film, especially how the first one was with 2 heroes, which was really good and really surprised me. I was of the generation of the Naruto anime films, so when I watch an anime film, I'm usually expecting it to be glorified filler, if you get what I'm saying. But the difference with the My Hero Academia movies compared to stuff like the Naruto movies is that even though this isn't canon, it's usually a lot of fun, and it at least tries to be a little bit canon, if that makes sense. So coming from the first one, I thoroughly enjoyed it. I thought the animation was beautiful, and the fight scene at the end was everything I could have imagined. It was so good. But so based on that, I was really excited to see Heroes Rising. After seeing Heroes Rising in dub and in sub, I can honestly say that this film is pretty amazing. It's awesome, and as a My Hero fan, I think you should watch this, guaranteed. Alright, there's something that I need to address ASAP, okay? This film has spoilers for the rest of season 4 and for some of season 5. I am so happy that I'm a manga reader because I noticed them very quickly. I was actually in shock that they were revealing some of the big surprises that happen in the show eventually. To be fair though, some of the spoilers might just blow over your head, but if you really pay attention and you really think about My Hero Academia, there are guaranteed spoilers in this film. I'm just gonna let you know. So I would say, before going into this film, read the manga. Like, if you do not want any spoilers for the anime, just read the manga. That's all I'm gonna say. Let's talk about the characters for a minute. So obviously we have the 1A characters, and this film focuses more on Bakugo and Deku. With the original series, Bakugo and Deku start off as enemies, and throughout the series they've grown to become more respectable of each other, and now we can consider them rivals. And in this film, their relationship is just the best thing to see. Deku and Bakugo's dynamic together in this film is some of the best character interaction of My Hero Academia history. They are bouncing off each other. There's not that as much animosity from Bakugo, and that was one of the problems I had with this character in the beginning. Obviously he develops past that, but in this film they're just more or less having fun, even though they still have that rivalry between them. So to start with Deku, I would say that he in this film, he's always awesome. I mean, his fights are always insane, and yeah, I don't know what else to say about that. But let me just put focus on Bakugo, because he hasn't had that much time to shine in the show, in my opinion, for a guy who should be rivaling with Deku. But in this film, oh man, he shines a lot, and he's just awesome in this film. My God, like his fight scenes alone were just mind-blowingly good, and now I'm really really excited to see what they do in the show with his fight scenes, especially with Studio Bones animating it. I love the fact that in this film the whole class, so every single character of 1A actually has some usefulness to fight in the villains. So that just makes it so much cooler, because usually some of them will be just trash and then the other ones will be doing the fighting. But in this film, everyone gets their chance to shine. So if you're a fan of even frigging Mineta or Ojiro, you get your fix of them fighting and actually trying to protect and save people, which is really cool to see. So there are these two kids for the film, which are film only characters, called Mahara and Katsuma. They're cool. I like them. They were interesting, and what I liked more was Katsuma's character in relation to Deku. I love the interactions together because it felt like seeing Deku and All Might again from the very beginning, and that was really cool to see. I believe they did that on purpose, especially some of the lines that Deku would be telling him. I was like, alright, that's All Might. So there's this character called Nine, and he was meant to be an imitation of All For One. He's a cool character, yeah, but he has nothing, you know, no depth. Like, legit, he's just a villain that wants to have a society of super strong people just cause that's his motivation. So he's a generic villain, which is kind of sad, especially how in Two Heroes, spoiler alert by the way, how David Shield was the kind of villain and he was interacting with Wolfgang, but there was a reason why he was doing that. It was to save All Might. This one, Nine is just bad because he's bad, and that's a little disappointing. The Beast man, I forgot his name, but the Beast dude that was in Nine's group had more depth than Nine. How is that possible? He's the main villain. Okay, but yeah, because at least the Beast dude, he was mad because people were looking at him and saying he was a monster, so he's like, screw it, let's destroy the world. Nine, he just wants to have a society of super strong people. Why? We don't know. Okay, move on. What I really, really want to talk about is the production of this film, because this film, the fights, oh man, Studio Bones is my favorite anime studio, and this film gives me another reason why. The fights in this film are just insane, and they're incredibly well animated. I don't want to spoil the fights, but oh my days, man, it gives me such hype for the future seasons of My Hero Academia, especially when the students will have to fight villains on their own, because I know that Studio Bones is just going to kill it with the animation. This is the same studio that does Mob Psycho 100, so I'm not even surprised that the fights are this insane. And boy, the final fight is insane. The fact that this was a potential ending that Horikoshi wanted to do has me wanting to ask him a lot of questions, because that was interesting the way it ended the film. No spoilers, but like, I have a lot of interest in that. But overall, this film is actually very, very fantastic. I don't know what else I could probably say about this film. Everything that's good about the show is in this film, so of course it's going to be a great film. It's just that it's the story itself isn't even one of those generic filler stories. It's actually a story with a lot of heart, and you see the heroes, 1A, rise, like the title says. If you are a My Hero Academia fan, go and watch this film when you've read the manga so that you don't get spoilers. But either way, if you don't care, go and watch this film. It's a lot of fun, it's a blast. Seeing Class 1A kick ass was so satisfying to see, and I really can't wait for the future of this series. I feel like Studio Bones is gonna knock it out of the park. I also want to give credit to Funimation, because Funimation has been killing it with this show, especially with the voice acting and the way they promoted it. They've promoted this film so well, and even the way that before this film starts, they have this My Hero Academia kind of Funimation tribute, and it was just so nice to see as a My Hero fan. And I'm grateful that this series is out. I'm grateful we're in a timeline where this series exists. But overall, though, to get to the score of this film, me as a My Hero Academia fan would give this a 10 out of 10. But let's be real here, it's an 8.5 out of 10. My Hero Academia Heroes Rising. Are you gonna watch it? Let me know. Do you agree or disagree with what I'm saying? I'm open to discussion in the comment section. Thank you very much, and I hope you have a great day. Subscribe and please give this a like, and I'll see you soon. All right, later.